Welcome everyone, it's Shari Carroll for SimonsStamp.com, and I have some foiled mixed media cards that I'll be creating using some Brutus Monroe products. To start the cards off, I'm using the Brutus Monroe Deco foil, and these are the toner Mixables, and these are A2 card front size, so they have the toner designs on them. There are several leaves in this pattern set that I decided to use, and I'm going to pick out a few that I can use to make a horizontal card and vertical cards. The pack of cards also includes a parchment paper sleeve that you can use during your foiling, and it's sized just perfect for your A2 cards. And you can use any deco foil for this technique. I am using the Silver Sketch from Brutus Monroe. To get this going, I'm going to slide this right into that parchment paper. I have my toner sheet already placed in there, and I want to place this foil where it has the shiny side up. And then I can use my scissors and just trim around that parchment paper and my toner sheet. I'll be using my Mink machine, and I'm going to turn this to number 3. You can use any laminator that you want for this process. Once the flashing red light turns green, it's time to feed in my paper with my foil, and I like to feed in the folded side of the parchment first. So I just gently place that in, and this will roll through, and will come out the other side when it's ready. Next, you'll want to open up your parchment sheet and remove the foil sheet from the toner sheet, and you can see how beautiful it foils. It has that rainbow effect with those sketch lines going through. I've decided to do a few different techniques with my foiled cards. This one I'm doing a rainbow effect using some Simon Says Stamp Pawsitively saturated inks, and I'm just going to continue to add color and get a nice rainbow. The paper of the toner sheets is really smooth, and it's really easy to blend my colors in, and I can also overlay some of my colors to create a purple. So I have my blue going over my pink to create a secondary color. I've done another card where I have created an ombre effect with the blue inks. And next I'm going to use a Brutus Monroe stencil and also the Alabaster glitter glaze, and I'm going to do these two cards at once. So I have a piece of tape going behind them so that they hold together and nothing will shift. So I can use the same palette knife to do two cards at once. And that's the beauty of doing mixed media cards. You can work in a larger area but break them down into smaller pieces. This glitter glaze is completely clear when dry, and it has a white glitter to it, so it doesn't have anything iridescent or rainbow color. And once I'm done, I can remove my stencil and allow my pieces to dry. Once that glaze dried, I decided to go back in and add some ink over the stencil and kind of do a reverse ombre to work myself from the darkest color to lighter towards the center of the card. And I'll be doing the same thing with my rainbow card. I'm going to use some of that ocean ink over the surf that I have on the original, and I'll be adding some rose-colored ink over the peony. I can also use the rose ink over any of the yellow or orange color, and that'll give me a really nice contrast of color of that stencil design. Once my panels were all colored, I die cut some of Christopher's Sentiments, also a die cutting set from Brutus Monroe, and I use a Simon Says Stamp black glossy cardstock and also our matte silver. I've popped these up. They have a nice little shadow that goes on the back side of the words. And I've just cut some small pieces of my tape to fit in some of the areas that I want to make sure that are lifted. So I've paired my greetings along with some Simon Says Stamp sentiment strips, and I do like the white printed words with the black for the contrast against the colors of the cards. So altogether I have done 3 cards. So this is my ombre card where I have used the foiling, the stencil with the glitter glaze, and then also some stenciling with ink. This second one, I've just done the foiling, and I also used glitter glaze with the stencil, which shows up beautifully in person with a glittery texture. And finally, my everything card, which has the glitter glaze, the foiling, the rainbow, and also the colored stenciling on top. I hope you've enjoyed these mixed media cards using Brutus Monroe products. I do have all my supplies in the description box below, and thanks so much for watching.